Sweet. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. As you could tell from that first clip, obviously today we're going to be fitting the intercooler. So I'm going to be fitting this on my own, save myself some money in the garage. It should be relatively straightforward. As you can tell, it's Airtec. I've gone for the stage 2 Airtec, and this is what they call the RS spec scoop. So as I'm driving along, as you can imagine, now that I've got the Sunspot grill, so much more air is going to be flowing into it. So this is going to literally divert the air, right into the centre and the core of the intercooler. You might be able to see, I've already jacked the car up. I've just rolled it onto one side of the pavement to give me a bit of extra height. I don't have any ramps here, so I've done the best I can. So yeah, let's get installing it. Forgot to mention, Airtec are absolute legends and supply a instruction guide. So, and there's all this goodness that comes with it too. They're your brackets and they're your fixing bolts. So yeah, the first thing we're going to do, guys, is remove the dress up kit so I can remove my slam panel. I apologise for wind noise in advance, but these 4 bolts, 2, 3, 4. Right, and then, guys, pull out your slam panel. Right, I'm then going to remove these 2 Phillips screws so I can pull this piece of plastic off and get this out of the way. Just realised I've been a bit stupid then. I said I was going to remove this piece of plastic, but that is my grill. It's just not sprayed, but that doesn't matter. I've removed this because I need to get this out of the way anyway. Right, guys, next you've got to get under the car. As you can see, this is my splitter to give you a reference of where I am. You're going to remove these Torx T30 screws all around to separate these 2 splash shields. You need to get this off effectively. So I'll do that now. Right, guys, once you've taken all those first Torx screws out, there is another 2 at the back, which holds the biggest under tray on. Cheeky engine mount. Right, guys, sorry for the crap angles, but that's the big under tray off. Now on this little splash tray that sits underneath your standard intercooler, I've got 2 crappy little 8mm to take off either side. You might have to do the same, but all the Torx screws are off. Annoyingly, I think I'm going to have to undo all of my splitter fixings because that is fixed into this under tray. So I'll get back to you once I've done that. Right, to make things even more annoying, I'm trying to take my splitter off is because I've drilled in to my splash tray. I'm going to have to remove, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, there's big nuts either side, so when I'm trying to turn the Allen bolts on the other side, I can't, so I'm going to have to take my grill off, so nice. Right, now the grill's out, I can give you a better example of what I meant. As you can see, it's so annoying. Didn't think of this at the time, this was ages ago, but I've drilled through the splash tray. So yeah, I'll get back to you once I've taken all these off. Right, guys, earlier on I showed you 2 Phillips screws underneath the car, which go in here effectively and loosen up these plastic panels. The second screw for those is a Torx screw just there where my finger is, and vice versa, there's another one here. So I'm going to take those off and then it will loosen up this plastic. It's off, this plastic should just come out. Right, so that's both the plastics out. That gives me more space to undo these bolts for my splitter, and then we'll finally get this splash tray out. This is pissing me off. Right, so I've loosened all of my bolts. You've got 1 clip here, another one just in there, and the same on the other side just in there. So you're gonna have to pull these clips out and then this will push forwards. Right guys, the under trays have been removed, the grill's out. You don't need to remove your grill unless you've been an idiot like me and fixed those through there. Next thing you got to do is remove the horn assembly. You've got one 10mm bolt just there. Let it focus, 2 seconds. Just here, you're going to remove that, and basically this is going to fix back onto the new intercooler on the top, because Airtec have designed it so there's a thread where the horns will fix onto. So we'll remove that now. Sorry again for not being able to film it guys, there's no way I can film it just by myself, but there's just simply one thread that goes through that little ring there, and yeah, one little 10mm bolt. I've just propped mine on the top there for the time being. Right guys, for the next part, you're going to need an extension bar and an 8mm socket, and we're going to be removing the bolts that fix the intercooler onto the bracket. So this bolt here, and on the other side, that bolt there. Mine are a little bit rusty, so put a socket on it, give it a wiggle, get all that crap off it, and the socket should go on there fine. So yeah, we're going to get those 2 bolts off now. That's one. Mine are so rusty. Oh shit, it's rounding off. So my final bolt's so rusty that after it all flaking off, it's now too small to be a socket size, so I'm going to try and get this off somehow. Right, let's get this bastard bolt off. I'm going to use some penetrating oil, spray that on the bolt, leave it for a couple of seconds, and then try and get some mole grips or some pliers on there and twist it off. This bolt is the bane of my life right now. Yes, Dad. No. Right, so as you might have seen, we've tried a couple of things, not working. So now my dad over there, who's repping all blue and Crocs, is drilling it through for me because he's a legend. Hello. So he's actually sorted it. We've managed to drill it through, so now I'll be able to take these Jubilee clips off, the hot side and cold side, and take it out. Pretty sure I've developed a stutter over the last few months and then stuttered. Nice. Right, to get these hoses off, you need a 7mm socket to loosen that Jubilee clip there, and the other one is just here. So we'll do those now. Right guys, I've removed the one hose on the right hand side of the intercooler, but the left hand side is at a slightly different angle. So what I'm going to do first, you've got some hangers here, which the intercooler is sitting on, either side. So I'm going to lift the intercooler up in the air off those hangers and then pull that pipe on. Just give it a wiggle. Yeah, got it, thank you. Right, so that's the standard intercooler out. Looks like a piece of crap, doesn't it? Right, that's both intercoolers side by side. This obviously being the standard one, as you can tell how much of a difference in size there is. Not only is it much taller, the thickness is like twice as thick. It's actually a night and day difference. Right, so the next thing to do is hang the new intercooler using these hangers here back into the car on the original hangers. As I'm lowering it into the car, I'm going to connect the driver's side boost pipe or hose pipe back on, and then do the passenger side once that side is fixed. So to give you a better angle, those are your hangers either side. So we're gonna put the intercooler from underneath and then drop it onto the hangers and connect this side up first. Anyway, can we go that way? We'll have to go. Push the pipe out of the way. Right, wait a minute. To get underneath, look up. You got it? Yeah. It's just that bloody pipe, babe. Is it on both? Almost on the hangers, babe. But there, it's on both. Right, nice. Ideal. Push that pipe a little. It was just that hose, wasn't it? Sorry about the wind in all these clips, guys. It's so annoying. But that's the intercooler on. The pipes are plugged in. They're not fastened yet on the Jubilee clips. Where are the hangers? Hopefully you can see that there's a hanger down there. It's hanging on, and a hanger down there. You're definitely going to need 2 people unless you've got like 5 arms to do this. So yeah. So once again, with the 7mm socket, I'm going to tighten up that Jubilee clip, and same on this side, tighten up that Jubilee clip there. Just make sure that your hoses are on the entry pipes, or whatever you call it, properly. Okay, off camera I've tightened those up. So the next thing to do now, go over to your box, get the little bag out. There'll be some heavy duty clips and bolts. These are going to be fixed onto the radiator frame and to the bottom of the intercooler to hold it in like a sturdy, strong place. These are like proper heavy duty, so I'll show you how to do that now. Right, so there are your L brackets. You can have one for each side. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8 of these bolts. And you've got one bolt like this, which is an Allen key bolt. I'm assuming that's going to be to fix the horn back into the top of the intercooler. And obviously you've got assorted washers for each. Again, that's going to be for that, I'm assuming. And some nylon bolts. So I'll show you how they go now. So to the side of your intercooler, you've got like a rubber mount here. To the left of that, you've got a little hole, which is basically the frame of your radiator. You're going to put the bolt, drop that through it, if I can find the hole. It was a bit hard to do that while filming, so yeah, drop that through there. Okay guys, you see the little bolt there hanging down? What I'm then going to do, get my L bracket and get my nylon bolt. I'm going to place this here and just going to loosely fix it on the bottom. Forgot to mention, make sure you put your washer on first, obviously, and then put another washer on another bolt. You've got your 3 bolts here, sorry, your 3 holes here, which your bolts are going to go into. Just going to finger tight that up for now. Okay, that's how you want your L brackets to look. As you can see, I've tightened these ones up, but this one I'm going to keep loose until I do it on the other side, as then I can move the intercooler side to side and fix it where I want it, so I can move it away from the radiator a bit more and then clip it there. So I'll get back to you once I've fixed all it in together. Okay guys, that's the brackets all fitted, tightened up and adjusted where I want it. The next thing to do is mount the horn with that thread there onto that hole there. I'm pretty sure that these are the two, that's the washer and that's the bolt you want to use for it. I was right about that bolt and washer. That simply goes on, get a 5mm Allen key, tighten it up, and that's how your horn should look. So that is it all installed, guys. I'm now going to go ahead and put the grill back in, put the under trays back on, put the slam panel back on and the dress-up kit, and then it's all done. So I'll get back to you once all that's fitted. Right guys, so it's now like an hour or so later on. Everything's fitted back on the car. I've taken it for a spin and it's awesome. I'm noticing the power gains already. Nothing obviously massively significant, but you can definitely tell as soon as it comes on boost, it's more of like a much more of a stronger pull, and it seems to last a little bit longer. But all I need now is a tune, so it's stage 2 ready, so I'm excited for that. And that's how it's looking. It looks awesome, looks so cool. Before I end the video, guys, I need to say a massive thank you to A&E Motorsport. They gave me a brilliant price on this intercooler, so I'll make sure to leave the links below. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. The install was relatively straightforward to do. It's just annoying about that bolt that was rusty for me. I mean, it's an 07 car. I don't know how the previous owners treated it in terms of weather or whatnot, if they drove it a lot in the rain, but sometimes you can't help it, obviously. But that's how it goes with older cars. So managed to drill it out in the end, thanks to Dad and the all blue and the Crocs, don't forget that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you in the next one. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week. Peace.